Hi everyone, this is Diana back for just a little follow-up video from the last one I did. I did fail to mention one thing about this image that I found on NASA's website. And like I explained before, there seems to be some sort of seam running up and down in the center of this moon image. Okay, you see it? You see how that line is there? Not only that, but this side on the left seems to be full of craters, pockmarked. This side appears to me as like convex areas, bubbly kind of thing. And I say that as an artist, you know, like seeing the difference here and always looking at things. This is very, very bubbly looking. Doesn't look at all like this here at all. And you would think that the shadows would act the same way, but they don't. They give this bubbly appearance. So given that, I also want to point out that, you can send me to all the sites you want on NASA. I mean, they're going to have some sort of explanation for something that they show up there. And it's going to sound reasonable to most of the people who really believe, that there is this maybe solid rock moon, there is an outer space, there's a universe, etc., etc., etc. I mean, you've totally bought into this space travel and orbiters, that go around and collect pictures or take pictures. And I mean, I've stated before that in other videos that I don't believe that they can do such a thing, if there is such a thing, because and I've also stated that science has these great claims, that they don't support with what they show us. So, for instance, they claim that the universe, or the sorry, the solar system is moving. I mean, depending on what you're reading, 515,000 miles per hour, and and then they're also saying they're landing on comets or taking pictures of moons and planets and nebula and stars, but the reality is, I mean, how do you orbit a moon that's going 515,000 miles per hour? Do you think like something they shoot off into space just automatically catapults itself, starts off at one speed and it catapults itself in the outer space at greater, of course, because it's got to catch up to these objects, greater than 515,000 miles per hour, which is about 300 times faster than a speeding bullet, and then they have to get to the moon or whatever and start orbiting it or catching up to it, like they say with the comet that the European Space Agency claimed that they had chased for 10 years, and then they had to land on it and take pictures. But you're taking snapshots of these these things that are traveling so fast. I mean, like, does this make sense to you? It makes no sense to me at all. And so that also brings me to this shot over here. I'm sorry, not that one, but it does bring me that too, but it also takes me to not a comet, which is the next astronomy picture of the day. And do you know what that is? Well, it's not a comet according to them, but this, I'm going to read this to you. It says, explanation. While searching the skies above 18th century France for comets, 18th century, astronomer Charles Messier diligently recorded this object as number 27 of his list of things which are definitely not comets. Well, so what is it? Well, 20th century astronomers would classify it as a planetary nebula, but it's not a planet either, even though it may appear round and planet-like in a small telescope. Messier 27, M27, is now known to be an excellent example of gaseous emission nebula created as a sun-like star runs out of nuclear fuel in its core. The nebula forms, pardon me, the nebula forms as the star's outer layers are expelled into space, with a visible glow generated by atoms excited by the dying star's intense but invisible ultraviolet light. Known by the popular name of the Dumbbell Nebula, I think that's appropriately named. The beautifully symmetric interstellar gas cloud is about 1,200 light years away in the constellation Vulpecula. This gorgeous synthetic color picture of M27 was produced during testing of the European Southern Observatory's new very large telescope. Okay, really? Now, come on. Really? Do you think we can really see 1,200 light years away with anything? I mean, really? I mean, if you really think about what that means. And, I mean, what kind of a magnification could we possibly have to do that? It doesn't really make any sense. I mean, if you really think about it. So, I think this is all, of course, I mean, many people have said it before, you know, big joke, big story, you know, to keep us, you know, sending money to NASA and letting them spend, you know, their, whatever it is, 50 million, billion, I don't know what it is, $50 million a day, to put out this stuff and, you know, make believe. I mean, they do this on a regular basis. Think about it. Think about, use a little common sense too. I mean, yes, physics plays a part in that common sense, but physically think about what that really means. So anyway, that's what I have for today. And, you know, I don't believe this stuff. So the facts that science gives us do not support what science claims to have accomplished. And these bodies, or whatever they are, told to us by science that they're moving at these warp speeds, and we're going to be able to take pictures of them. Okay, so talk to you later. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back.